Marvel Cinematic University. I am Juicy Snake, or Jake, and with me, as always, is my always terrible Professor Alix.
You
Alix, how's
literally,
it going?
you can't keep usurping the intro from me. It's the one thing I get to do.
He can't keep getting away with this!
Welcome to Marvel Cinematic University, the podcast where each and every week I go through something in the Marvel Cinematic University that I don't even remember the intro. You've really messed me up here.
I nailed it.
You should, God.
Use mine.
I teach Jake something he probably didn't know and still doesn't. This week we're talking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2. I'm already absolutely defeated.
I got Amulax batteries from Guardians of the Galaxy.
I think those are just double A's.
Double A for double awesome.
More like fuck you. Welcome to the podcast. Like I said, this week we're talking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2, episodes 1 through 11.
Yep.
But Jake, did you watch all of them?
I did watch all of them, and let me tell you, this season really sinks its talons into you. You know, it really makes you want to keep watching.
Why is it sinking its talons into you?
Oh, it's very good.
Oh, is it? Does it turn into a bird and go? Cuckoo?
Yeah, it's like a hawk. It's like.
Oh boy, well let's get into it because we have a lot to talk about today. So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2, I did not write this down, but I believe it premiered in September of 2014. Episode 1 through 11 is what we're going to be going through today. They star Clark Gregg, Ming-Na Wen, Chloe Bennett, Lane Dickas, Case Tecker, Elizabeth Henstridge. And
in this season, Adrian
Padalecki. Yeah. Padalecki.
Also from the Orville.
Padalecki. Yeah, she was in this before she was in the Orville. Then, unfortunately, Orville and this show may have overlapped, causing something to happen later on in the show.
Oh, interesting.
I'll let you sip on that while I tell you the names of the episodes. So, today we're talking about Shadows, Heavy as Head, Making Friends and Influencing People. That sounds like one of my classes. Face My Enemy.
That sounds like a self-help class I attend every Saturday.
I might name this episode Making Friends and Influencing People.
It's a good name.
Honestly, I think we should steal that name for a podcast.
Yeah, I could use some friends.
You definitely could. I could use better friends.
Yeah, some new ones would be a real improvement. They can't get worse.
All right, so we have Making Friends and Influencing People, Face My Enemy, A Hen in the Wolf House, A Fractured House, The Writing on the Wall, The Things We Bury, Ye Who Enter Here, What They Become, and Aftershocks.
Those titles, at least the first couple of them, really sound like a self-help book or something, like the chapters to a self-help book.
I got these off a therapy website.
Okay. .com. Not a sponsor.
Shut the fuck up. I'm cutting that out. Bleeped. I got these from my book that I wrote called Getting Better with Alix. Spoiler alert, you don't get better.
Get worse.
Well, Jake, take it away. Tell me about the entire season 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, that's
since you want to take control of the podcast, you want to intro it, you want to have everything to yourself. Go for it. Just tell me about it.
Oh no, if it is not the consequences of my actions.
It's funny, you know what? I already have a soundbite for that. All right. So let's talk about episode 1, Shadows.
Yeah, do you have the summaries of the episodes like we did for season 1?
Yes, I think these are the ones we used. They're a little long, but they're short enough, and I'm pretty sure these are the ones we used.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of like read them, and then you can always cut off the summary, and we can make our own summary at some point.
In 1945, Agent Peggy Carter and the Strategic Scientific Reserve, also known as the SSR, raid the last known Hydra base, led by Werner Reinhardt, and confiscate many items, including the obelisk and a blue body. In the present, Phil Coulson's team monitors a deal revolving around the obelisk, which goes awry when Carl Creel kills the ex-S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, offering the intel and escape with it. Agent Skye interrogates Grant Ward and learns that Hydra is using communication channels not monitored by S.H.I.E.L.D. the team realizes that General Glenn Talbot is in trouble and rushes to rescue him from Creel. Yo, and this might have something to do with the fact that I was a huge Heroes fan before I saw this show. I hate General Talbot.
Yeah, he's kind of a douchebag.
I hate that. I love that actor, but I hate every character he plays. I've never liked a single one of his characters, which is how I know he's a good actor, because I just despise him.
Yeah, I still can't like get a read on him. I feel like he's always got like an ulterior motive, kind of.
He's a general in the U.S. Army. If we know anything about the MCU, that means he's evil and an asshole.
Definitely, he's definitely, kind of plays around in the gray area.
Do I have to redirect you to General Ross?
Nope, I say we stay out of that.
Because as I mentioned in season 1, in the comic books, he works very closely with Agent Ross. Or not Agent Ross, General Ross.
General Ross, yeah. Well, that explains the attitude problem.
But yeah, this is also the episode where we meet Lance Hunter, one of my favorite characters in the show.
Pretty solid character, I must say. Shifty, always kind of can play, turncoat many times, but also so far has turned out to be, still working for S.H.I.E.L.D. throughout the entire season.
True. So far. And also we are introduced to a character whose name I should know because he becomes one of the main characters by the end of the show. Brain not working. Who's the other guy that was introduced in this episode?
Trip?
No, Trip was introduced in last season.
That's right. It's the other guy.
The construction guy. What the hell is his name? It's escaping me.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh boy.
Oh man.
It should be coming to me because he's also one of my favorite characters.
What's his name? Joe.
It's not Joe.
Andrew.
It's probably not Andrew.
Michael.
Oh, this is a different show called S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents.
Maybe it's Ferris.
I think.
Frederick.
If I had to guess, if I had to guess a name, right? If I just had to spit one on the top of my tongue, like a real generic name, right? It's Alfonso Mackenzie, also known as Mac.
You know what? That's not his name. They should name him that in the show.
It is his name.
I know. As soon as you said it.
I forgot Mac. My bad, Mac. But yeah, this is also we're also introduced to Daniel Whitehall, one of my favorite characters from not Daniel and Bash, from Franklin and Bash.
Mr. Whitehall.
Oh, not Mr. Whitehall. He was pals with old Johann Schmidt.
Science is experimentation. I'm sure we'll get to this, but what was the episode where it started off with him in like 1945? And I was like, oh, is this like his
the first episode?
No, there's one like mid-season.
Well, there's an episode where there's flashbacks throughout the episode, but this is the one where the episode starts and it's him in the past.
Okay, yeah. Well, there's an episode that starts.
Yeah, because in this one we see Agent Carter and Dum Dum Dugan being like, yo, you're getting arrested, and Whitehall being,
oh no, you cannot arrest me.
999. You have anything else to add about this episode?
No, they don't talk about Redhead Schmidt at all, right?
I mean, he's name dropped a bunch throughout this episode or this season. I mean,
I just wanted to make sure I got to say Redhead Schmidt on the pod.
We'll probably talk a lot about Redhead Schmidt. He'll probably just naturally come up.
Yeah.
All I have is, and it's all connected for this one. And Agent Carter and the Howling Commandos show up, setting up Agent Carter. This technically is like another one of Agent Carter's fake pilots.
Yeah, I did notice there's a couple episodes where they kind of reference Agent Carter. So I had a feeling this is like they kind of used this season to set it up.
So the base that they're in during this season, I believe, is the base that Agent Carter is in during the series of Agent Carter.
Oh, I'm sure we'll find out when we go over Agent Carter.
Oh, yeah, that's coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
After we get through the Defender saga.
Whew.
Yeah, I started it. Good news is they're very good episodes. Bad news is they're all each an hour long. Yeah. Good news is there's only 10 of each show of each season. Bad news is there's 6 shows. I think that's it for Shadow. So let's move on to Heavy is Head. All right. Oh, is this the next episode? Okay, this is the next episode I talk about. All right. Following Creel's... Wait, that seems wrong. Nope, this is right. Okay. Following Creel's theft of the Obelisk, Hunter is captured by Talbot's men. Fuck that guy. Creel absorbs the properties of the Obelisk and accidentally kills a waitress in a bar. She was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar when he killed her.
Ooh. Yeah, this episode I was like, because they introduced Hunter in the last episode, and then this one he gets captured, he's like, I'll work for you, Talbot.
Yeah, it's a real, like, you really think he's gonna die at some point, to be honest.
Yeah, and like throughout the entire season, every time, like with Hunter, like every time he shows up, like working for someone else, I'm like, okay, he finally went turncoat. And then turns out he's just like, psych, working for S.H.I.E.L.D. still, undercover.
Listen, he's loyal to the money, and Coulson's giving him the big bucks.
Coulson's giving him the big blank checkbook.
Hell yeah. And, you know, Bobby's giving him the big something else.
The BBCB. Big blank checkbook.
All right, moving on. Creel later meets Raina, but declines her offer to help him. Talbot tries to persuade Hunter to work for him and sets him free, but Hunter returns to S.H.I.E.L.D., wanting revenge for his fallen friend. Fitz and the mechanic agent, Alfonso Mackenzie, are able to build a weapon that can incapacitate Creel. As the team observes Creel making a deal with the Whitehall's second-in-command, Sunil Bakshi, Hunter disarms the other agents and tries to kill Creel himself. However, Creel easily defeats him. Just as he is about to kill Hunter, Coulson incapacitates Creel with the new weapon. Coulson later asks Hunter to stay and help S.H.I.E.L.D. and then tells Talbot that he is wasting his time tracking S.H.I.E.L.D. and turns Creel over to him. The obelisk is later shown in the possession of Raina and the Doctor, Skye's father, who is asking for the former to find his daughter.
Yeah, I was, who's the guy that plays the Doctor? He looks really familiar.
Yeah, I just looked up what he was in. You would recognize him from How I Met Your Mother. That's what he's in. He plays the captain.
Yes, the captain. Oh, captain, my captain.
He's the captain that Ted steals the pineapple from.
Yes.
And then the captain... The captain has Two-Face, where, like, on the bottom he looks serious, but on the top he looks happy.
Yeah, it's the How I Met Your Mother strings are very, it's all connected.
Oh yeah, didn't we already say that How I Met Your Mother is part of the MCU?
There's a lot of How I Met Your Mother actors and actresses in the MCU, so it has to be connected in some way. It's highly theorized.
Isn't there only 2 actors from How I Met Your Mother?
Now there's 3.
There's Robin, there's the captain.
Yep. Then there was another guy who's like an extra who is in How I Met Your Mother. I
think you're thinking of Community, because we also said Community exists in the MCU.
Oh, yeah.
That was Abed. Abed was an extra character.
I think there was someone else, though.
We'll think about it. So for this episode, Heavy is Head, all I've got for you is... Oh, I do have some fun facts. Ooh. This is the first episode of the series not to feature Brett Dalton as Grant Ward.
Interesting, yes. He's not in it. He's in a jail cell, probably. That's why.
Yeah, he's hanging out in the basement.
Yeah. Big basement dweller.
In the comics, Karl Creel received his powers from Loki so he could challenge Thor, and he was carrying a ball and chain weapon that received the same duplication powers as he did.
The more you know.
The more you know.
That's copyrighted, but if not, we need a The More You Know t-shirt.
It's fine. It is copyrighted. We'll put the Marvel you know. I think that'll be fine.
Ooh.
Because I don't think Marvel's copyright, so I think we're
yeah, definitely
not. Heavy as Head, it's all connected, pulling those strings together. Karl Creel, the man we see, is also the man who wrestles Matt Murdock's dad in Daredevil.
That's why I haven't seen Daredevil yet. So
yeah, we'll talk about it. It happens in episode 2. Somebody might get paid off to try and lose to Carl Creel. And it's a whole thing. We don't actually see Carl Creel in the show, but it's referenced that he's fighting Carl Creel, who is this character, which I think happened in the comic books too.
It's a real episode 2 connection.
Oh yeah, this is episode 2. Episode 2 to episode 2.
Yeah.
2 2s with 2 dudes.
Triple 2D.
How do we not name this podcast that?
2 dudes with 2 2s.
I guess we gotta get some tutus on. All right, that's it for Heavy is the Head. Now, my favorite episode name, Making Friends and Influencing People.
How do you do that?
I don't know. But really, I think we need to have a podcast called that.
Yeah, that'd be
where we just bring on random people and we make friends, and then because we're influencers, we influence people.
Yep, everyone who watches this is certainly influenced.
They're influenced to turn it off immediately, but don't do that because I'd like you to watch. This is entertaining and funny. And does this sound like begging? I feel like I'm begging, but I kind of feel like I need to.
At minimum, just mute us and let it roll in the background.
Oh yeah, and do it on YouTube because there's ads.
Yeah, check it every once in a while. But do us a favor. If you don't like how we sound, just let it play. That's how we make friends and influence people.
Oh wow, we solved it.
Yeah. Look at us.
Let's see if they solve it in the episode.
Well, that's a tough solve, but go for it.
Coulson learns from Agent Gemma Simmons, who is working undercover within Hydra, that their next planned target for recruitment is Donnie Gill, and Ward explains to Skye that Hydra brainwashes promising recruits such as Creel. S.H.I.E.L.D. traces Gill to sorry, what's up?
Oh, I was just gonna say, you will comply.
You will comply.
Well, that's what Whitehall's always saying.
Oh yeah.
So, you will comply.
So in Franklin and Bash, he plays like the dick lawyer, and that's all I could ever see him in. And his fake German accent gets me every time.
Franklin and Bash confirmed MCU.
Neither of them appeared yet. I don't think anybody else from the show has appeared yet, but maybe. Where were we? Fitz reveals to Ward that Gill is the target, and Ward warns that Gill was a Hydra asset already, and that Hydra would try to reactivate his brainwashing. Agent May, who knows of Simmons' mission, allows her and Gill to escape, to maintain Simmons' cover, and Hydra successfully re-brainwashes Gill. Skye manages to shoot him, and he falls into the water and freezes, but government forces are later unable to locate his body. Whitehall decides to promote Simmons despite her failure to retrieve Gill, and Ward tells Skye that her father... Oh, they need to put periods here. Despite her failure to retrieve Gill. And Ward tells Skye that her father is alive and offers to bring her to him.
I've never lied to you, Skye. I will take you to your
God,
father.
I hate Ward. He is just a little... he should have just taken his little girlfriend and left the world. Like, they should have just gone and had some peace, but he had to be a piece of shit.
A real POS.
But yeah, so this is the episode where Skye finds out her daddy's alive.
Yeah, and then the guy freezes the battleship or the ship that they're on. I don't think it's a battleship, right?
I think he sunk their battleship.
Then he does a little polar plunge.
Oh yeah, that's right. Donnie Gill's the guy from the second, the first season. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this is the guy. This is the kid from the weather episode where he's making it like hail all over the place.
Yeah. No, I was trying to. I was like reading this description, and I'm like, I vaguely remember this episode, but now it all came back to me.
Yeah, and because at some point, Whitehall was like, "You will comply," and then he kind of like broke it, and then they were hunting him down, and he was like living in China or something like that, or Taiwan.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah, and then they found him. And he's like, "I don't want to go back," but then he kind of Whitehall does something. Or I guess there's like a phrase. I think if they say "you will comply" or something like that, they it like reactivates their.
Maybe like it could possibly be like some type of brainwashing that we saw in a previous Phase 2 movie, where a little Bucky boy got his little brain all scrambled, but not in the mind boggle way.
It's highly theorized.
I think we have too many sayings on this show.
Just you.
All right. I don't got no fun facts, but I got some connections.
Ooh.
Hydra's ability... Oh, I guess it's really pointless of me to read it right now. Hydra's ability to brainwash people, referred to in this episode as the Faustus method, was first introduced to the MCU in the film Captain America and the Winter Soldier. I got a little ahead of myself and a little excited.
Just connecting stuff before it gets connected.
We're always connecting. ABC, always be connecting.
Always be connecting, they say.
All right, episode 4, Face Thy Enemy. But it's my instead of thy, but I thought it would be cool to say thy.
I think thy is much cooler.
I think so too.
Face thine enemy. See, like, this is one of those things. It was like making friends and influencing people, and now face thy enemy.
Yeah, chapter 2, face my enemy. Look in a mirror. Look in the mirror and face your enemy. Your enemy is yourself.
I see him. He's right here.
I see him too. He's right there. I see my enemy. All right.
I'm the problem. It's me.
Hey. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. All right. Coulson and May go undercover to a charity function to get a painting that is carved with alien symbols, like the cuckoo ones he's been carving the entire season that we haven't talked about for some reason yet, and encounter Talbot, you know, that asshole, who has already claimed it. Oh, of course he has. It asks to meet with Coulson in private. Ooh. Do.
Wonder what they could be meeting about.
They're probably meeting about his big old drawing addiction. He's actually getting an intervention.
Yeah, he's a real epic doodler.
Coulson, we really need to talk about your doodling.
It's out of hand, Coulson.
Coulson sends May to scout ahead, and she discovers the brainwashed SHIELD agent 33 in Talbot's hotel room, getting it on. Realizing that the Talbot at the party was actually Bakshi in disguise, Bakshi tortures May while Agent 33 disguises herself as May to pick up Coulson and sabotage the bus. Coulson realizes that May is a fake because of inconsistencies in her behavior, like the fact that she smiled at one point, I think, and that's not something May would ever do.
Yeah, and he was like, I'm thinking... He was kind of like, did like a little flirting. He's like, I think after this is all settled, we should get coffee.
But May doesn't like coffee.
I would like that. And then he punches her in the face.
Casual, as one does.
I was like, that'd be like me saying to you, I don't think we should get sushi. Oh. Or I don't like lobster. Oh.
Well, I would know you're a fake. That'd be like if there was two of me and you were holding a gun and one of them said, "It's me, don't shoot me," and the other one said, "It's not me, shoot me."
I know the one that said, "Don't shoot" is not you.
All right, where were we? Coulson did some stuff. He did the thing. May is captured. So, of course, Coulson realized... no, he already realized May is fake, blah, 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 blah. He rescues the real May, who defeats Agent 33, while Fitz and Hunter work together to save the bus from Hydra's computer virus, allowing Fitz to start reintegrating into the team following previous life-changing injuries. Though Bakshi escapes, S.H.I.E.L.D. claims the painting hiding its survival from the real Talbot.
So, yeah, let me run this one by you here. So, they have that nanobot face thing that makes her look like May.
Mm-hmm.
Now, May kicks her in the face or pours water on her or something like that.
Pour some water on my mask.
I'm done.
In the name of love.
Anyway.
So what? What's your question? What is your question?
So, is that mask permanently stuck to her face? Because she never takes it off.
Yes, it's permanently stuck to her face.
Okay, because of the zzz that happens?
Yes.
Okay.
Because of the zizzle.
The zizzle. Oh.
Do we see her again for the first 11 episodes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, that's how because she kept coming back, and boy, her face looks like it was curb stomped.
I'm pretty sure she gets it fixed at some point.
No,
it doesn't come off, but they fix the actual thing at some point.
It wasn't with 11 episodes.
All right, well, sorry for the spoiler. This episode is called Face Thy Enemy, so we are... I have some connections for you.
Ooh.
On Melinda May's phone, she has contacts of her mom, Natasha Romanoff, Jay Larner, who I'm not entirely sure who that is, Agent 60, Lieutenant Stone, Agent Wu, who is Jimmy Woo, who we'll meet later on in Ant-Man 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Not the Hornet.
And Lieutenant... It's actually Yellow Jacket, you idiot.
Oh.
And yeah, so those are the names on her phone. The technology Hydra uses to take on another appearance and voice, referred to by the production team as a nanomask, was introduced to the MCU in which Avengers movie, or which Marvel movie?
The Ultron? No.
Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
Where it is used by S.H.I.E.L.D. agent Natasha Romanoff.
I need a May and Romanoff spin-off series.
They definitely worked together before, so maybe a prequel?
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Or, if they ever bring any of these characters back in Natasha from the Dead, I mean, what?
She dies?
No. How could she die? She has a whole movie about herself.
Yeah. No one dies in the MCU.
Episode 5. Because we're already half an hour through and we're only on episode 5, so let's go a little quicker.
All right, let's get the wheels rolling.
Raina begs Skye's father to give her the obelisk, but he angrily berates her because he is an asshole, then kills 2 men because it was funny. Raina discovers Simmons' cover and attempts to blackmail Coulson. She will not reveal Simmons to Hydra if she can take Skye to her father, to her daddy. Coulson refuses the offer, and Simmons' identity is exposed, though Hydra security chief Bobby Morse, another undercover S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, rescues her. Coulson has Raina tagged so she can lead them to Hydra, and she discloses the location of Skye's father at his abandoned hideout. The team finds the bodies and find out that Skye's father is really fucking cuckoo. Coulson later shows Skye alien symbols he has been compulsively carving, which she believes are a map. Fitz and Simmons are reunited while Morse, who is Hunter's ex-wife, plot twist, that because he's been talking shit about her for the last 4 episodes, joins the team. Skye's father delivers the obelisk to Whitehall himself and offers to join forces with Hydra to find his daughter and love her forever.
Yeah, he's a real scrambled egg brain, for sure.
He's something for sure.
Yeah, he's got there's a couple screws loose up there.
He's a little cuckoo.
Little bit cuckoo.
I do have quite some fun facts for Ahead in the Wolf House.
Yeah, tell me about him.
The Hydra research base appears to be located in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. When Simmons and Bobby Morse jump from the rooftop to land on the Quinjet, the skyline appears behind them. At least 4 buildings in that shot match ones from the Pittsburgh skyline.
Pittsburgh.
Your joke's gonna look stupid because I edited it out by mistake.
That's rude.
Fun fact number 2. In the Marvel Comics storyline, Barbara, Bobby Morse, is the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent known as Mockingbird. Is the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent known as Mockingbird.
Mockingbird?
Yeah, she's related to Pittsburgh.
She's from Pittsburgh. Her last name's Mockingbird. It all makes sense. It's all connected.
That's her S.H.I.E.L.D. agent name, is Mockingbird. Yeah. And she has a little thingy with Hawkeye in the comics. They do some fondueing.
Ah, they fondue, you say?
They fondue.
So it's, maybe Hunter and Hawkeye. They might not get along there.
They could be some Eskimo bros. Episode 6, A Fractured House. Now all the next ones sound like a construction book. It's like a fractured house, the writings on the wall, the things we bury.
No, I mean those few could still very much be from a self-help book addressing all your past traumas.
You know what? You're right. During a United Nations meeting on S.H.I.E.L.D., Hydra agents posed as S.H.I.E.L.D. operatives attack and kill Senator Christian Ward, the brother of Grant Ward, decides to use the incident to propose a multinational anti-shield initiative. As Coulson meets Christian to propose a win-win solution, Skye interrogates Grant about Christian. Grant explains to Skye that Christian is a master manipulator. Much like Grant, Christian tells Coulson that this is a lie, with both S.H.I.E.L.D. agents attempting to ascertain which Ward brother is being truthful. My guess is it's probably neither, because they both are conniving scumbags.
I was trying to figure it out, and then I ultimately came to the conclusion it was a real 50-50 there. They are pretty much the same.
Well, let's be real, right? One's a senator, and one's a terrorist. What's the difference?
There's not much of a difference there. If you put them on a scale, it's equal weight.
They probably killed as many people, let's be honest.
Yeah, almost certainly.
For legal purposes, that was indeed a joke. Christian and Coulson agree to abandon the anti-shield proposal in exchange for Grant's transfer to Christian to stand trial, but Grant escapes while being transferred. May leads a team against the Hydra agent, who attacked the UN, capturing several agents and turning them over to Talbot, who begins to agree with Coulson's mission and offers his condolence for fallen S.H.I.E.L.D. agents.
Yeah, Talbot didn't like that Hydra was using the old nanobot face.
We don't like a nanobot face.
Nope, hate a nanobot face.
Talbot doesn't want to look at himself because he's an asshole.
Yeah, can't look himself in the mirror.
What was the episode name? I had a joke, but it really fell flat here. But I'm still. Oh, he really faced my enemy. It was a callback to an episode name I couldn't remember.
Yep. Edit that seamless joke.
I don't have any fun facts for Fractured House, but I do have a fun fact for Farkshired House, because that's how I accidentally wrote it here.
Tell me about Farkshired House.
In the Marvel Comics, Mark Scarlatti is known as the villain Whiplash. In this episode, he is renamed Marcus Scarlatti and is a Hydra agent who wields a whip-like weapon in battle. Does Whiplash sound familiar to you?
Iron Man 2.
Correct. This is another version of Whiplash. In comic books, many people take up the same name. This is another person who took up the name Whiplash in the comic books.
So this is not the same Whiplash.
No, but he is an Iron Man villain. Did I have any connections for this one? I do. I have a connection. No, I don't. That was the fun fact. I do have a connection, though. Don't worry about it. What I said was true. Senator Ward unveils his anti-shield plan on WHIH News. This network covered the 2011 Stark Expo in Iron Man 2 and the Battle of Culver University in the Incredible Hulk. They also covered Ant-Man's prison time in a YouTube clip.
I do like how the MCU kind of does make it seem like it, because it is all one universe. Yeah. But I do like how they continuously use like the same gas stations, media outlets, and stuff like that. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you'll see rocks on places. You'll see Dolce Pole or something, whatever that drink is called. That shows up a lot. WHIH shows up a ton.
Yeah, they're like the NBC of the MCU.
They're probably more like the CNN or maybe Fox News. Who knows?
Who knows?
But they do use them a lot for advertising. Like they have a YouTube channel that they put a lot of shorts on about like when a movie's coming out. I think they mainly did it when Ultron came out and when Ant-Man came out.
Oh, really? That's funny.
All right. Episode number 7. The Writings on the Wall. Chapter 7 of my self-help book.
I wonder what that could be in reference to.
All my red flags that I saw on the wall. Your wall must be huge.
Yeah, it's the scribblings of a madman in here.
Wow, that looks like Coulson's wall. Since being resurrected by S.H.I.E.L.D., Project Tahiti, using the experimental drug GH325 derived from the alien corpse Carter discovered in Whitehall's possession, Coulson has been compulsively carving the alien symbols. When a former S.H.I.E.L.D. agent and patient of Tahiti is killed, and her body carved with the symbols, Coulson uses Hydra's memory machine to find other patients who were injected with the drug. This memory machine being from a previous episode in season 1. He goes after the remaining patients, trying to find an end to the madness. he discovers that the writing is actually a 3D diagram of a city where the alien host of GH325 apparently wished to go. Seeing the completed design ends his need to carve, but since Hydra is also searching for the city, he makes it a priority for S.H.I.E.L.D. to find it first. Meanwhile, the other members of the team try to capture Ward, who betrays Hydra by capturing Bakshi and leaving him for S.H.I.E.L.D. before preparing to meet his brother.
Yeah, he, because I remember in this episode, the guy who was killed that girl, he rizzed her at a bar. But she was also part of Project Tahiti, and that's how he rizzed her.
Yeah, he rizzed her, and then he went, die now.
Yeah. He's like, let me get a new canvas to carve on.
What I'm learning about the MCU is you should always be suspicious of somebody trying to rizz you.
You gotta look out for the rizz.
Yeah. So this was Coulson dealing with his craziness, and I have some fun facts about this. In the comics, Cameron Klein, subject of GH325, the guy who's going crazy killing people, it is the grandson of Stanley Klein, one of the Howling Commandos.
Yeah. Trip, right?
No. You didn't listen to the whole fun fact, you idiot. Learn to listen.
I got a phone call while you were reading it. You cut out. I couldn't hear. In
the comics, Cameron Klein, the subject of GH325, is the grandson of Stanley Klein, one of the Howling Commandos.
See, that makes more sense now that I heard the entire fun fact.
Trip was related to somebody else. I don't even know if Stanley Klein was in Captain America. I don't think he was. This is from the comics.
Oh, okay.
Cameron Klein is based off Cameron Klein from the comics. He is also the second iteration of this character to appear. The first Cameron Klein appeared in Winter Soldier, the nerdy tech guy who helped Sharon Carter, who also appears in Ultron. So he gets to be one of the few characters in the MCU that has two iterations of himself.
He's a special boy.
Technically, and we'll get into this way later on, but technically, Mockingbird, Bobby Morse, also is one of those characters.
Oh.
We'll get to that way later on, though.
You're not going to believe this. I got another phone call while you were reading that one.
Fucking put your phone on Do Not Disturb.
I'm sure this is the end of it.
Okay. It's all connected. In the episode, Ward mentions Hydra leader Baron von Strucker, who first appeared in Captain America the Winter Soldier and later goes on to appear in Age of Ultron.
Von Strucker!
Mentioned a few times during the season.
Yeah, him and Redhead Schmidt.
Unfortunately, Strucker didn't know Redhead Schmidt, but Whitehall did.
Von Strucker had a grand plan for Hydra, as mentioned, I believe, in the last episode.
That is true. And then as we mentioned in the last episode, Hydra kind of gets their head cut off, and a lot of different Hydras pop up, and this is one of those little Hydras.
Cut off one Hydra, two heads grow back.
Two full ass Hydras grow back.
Yeah.
Episode 8: The Things We Bury. For Ward, it's his brother. Bakshi accidentally reveals to Morse that Whitehall is actually Reinhardt, a Nazi scientist who was working on the Obelisk before being captured by the SSR and imprisoned for life by Carter in 1945. In 1989, Reinhardt was released from prison by Alexander Pierce, from Captain America the Winter Soldier, to find a woman he has found in 1945. To find that a woman that he had found in 1945 was still the same age. Dissecting her, Reinhardt discovered the secret to her immortality and used it to make himself 44 years younger. The doctor finds the remains of the woman who was his wife and vows vengeance against Whitehall, who he is now pretending to be allied with. Plot twist here. This is where Cuckoo Man wants to kill Whitehall because Whitehall dissected his wife.
Yeah. No, I mean that's valid. He has a reason to want to kill Whitehall.
Now, do we think this wife might be somebody else too? Like, might be related to maybe possibly a main character named Skye?
I like to think so,
because
it is, her father's wife.
Interesting that she has powers, huh? Grant Ward also appears to join in an alliance with Whitehall after having tortured Christian into confessing past sins and then apparently murdering him and their parents. S.H.I.E.L.D. hacks a USAF map satellite and uses it to find the hidden city, and Coulson meets the Doctor, who knows that the Obelisk, or the Diviner, is a key that must be taken to the city by someone it deemed to be worthy. Fun fact, it is. Bobby Morse makes a reference to the MK Ultra trials. These were experiments carried out illegally by the CIA to figure out ways to control the mind when interrogating someone.
Oh, that's a real life reference.
Yeah. The son of Lou Ferrigno Jr., plays the Hydra sleeper agent who released Whitehall from the rat. Do you know who Lou Ferrigno is, Jake?
I think he was an actor or something.
Who has he voiced in the MCU?
Oh, well, I think he voiced the Hulk.
That's true. And he played the live-action version of the Hulk in the old Hulk TV show.
Yeah.
That's the only fun fact I have for that. Do I have any connections here?
Lou Ferrigno.
Coulson's blue tie was a gift from Audrey, the cellist, who was first mentioned in the Avengers and appeared in season 1.
Oh, Audrey.
Peggy Carter appears. Oh, how's the cellist doing? Who knows? We never see her again. Peggy Carter appears.
Yes, she makes a couple of appearances.
But this is the second episode out of 2 episodes that she appears in. So
I thought she appeared in 3 episodes. Nope, it's 2.
Okay. Episode 9, Ye Who Enter Here. The team splits up with Coulson and Morse, leading a group to begin searching for the hidden city under San Juan. It's hard to read words. I knew what it was. I just, was reading it. San Juan. And May, Skye, and Hunter leaving to help agents Sam and Billy Koenig, the Koenig twins, whose brother died tragically in season 1. Rest in peace, Koenig. I don't remember your name.
How many are there of you? 13. It gets them every time.
How many are there? 36.
I'm just myself.
Rhaena tells Skye that they are 2 of the worthy ones who could enter the temple in the city, and that any other who try will die. She also reveals that the city and Diviner were created by the Kree, which happens to be the alien that Coulson sucked their blood to become alive again.
Yeah, so is that that experimental serum, is that like Kree blood or something like that?
Oh, absolutely, it's Kree blood.
That's what I thought.
Kree from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes. He wants to spill the blood of Xandar.
That's true. He also wants to just beat the shit out of Drax.
He does.
Skye tries to warn the main team, but Whitehall blocks their communications, and Ward boards the bus to take Rhaena. He also takes Skye, promising to take her to her father. In exchange, agrees to let the others go. Mac has already entered the city, which causes him great pain and compels him to attack the others, until he is subdued by Morse and falls down a deep shaft. Whitehall, surprised to learn that Ward took Skye and did not destroy the bus as ordered, gives Agent 33, who still has May's face but is now disfigured, orders to do so.
Yeah, she's got the shoe print from the curb stop in her face.
Listen, sometimes you just gotta get curb stopped.
It happens.
It does happen. So this is like where we find out there's a whole city. Well, actually, I guess we found out the city last episode, but this is where they go to the city, and Mac seems like he's not gonna make it.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised to see old Macintosh come back. So
it's actually Abraham. What was his name?
It was Mackenzie's the last one. Alfonso Mackenzie. Yes. That's the name we gave him.
All right. Fun facts for this episode. Rhaena. Wait, is this the fun facts? No, that's connected.
I actually have something to add here. I
don't have any fun facts, so go ahead.
Okay. What are the odds Rhaena is Skye's sister?
I don't think so. But it could possibly be. I'm not going to tell you yes or no, but probably not.
Okay. I see. I was just thinking because they're both like worthy of entering the city, so it's like, maybe somewhere along the lines these 2 are sisters.
Maybe you'll find out why they are connected in the second half of the season.
Oh, Yeah, because Raina becomes a porcupine.
Whoa. We're not there yet.
Oh, okay. That's next episode.
Well, it's 2 episodes from now. Okay, so ye who enter, I did have some connections. Raina reveals the Blue Angels to be alien Kree who chose a selected few to inherit Earth. This refers to the origins of the Inhumans, where the Kree came and experimented on certain humans, who then experienced Terrigen's mist gain power.
And that's why they're worthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I honestly just gave it to you here, so you don't have to wait. Raina reveals in the episode that the alien corpse seen in the first season episode Tahiti is that of Kree. And that's all I got for that. Episode 10, What They Become. May evades Hydra's attempt to shoot down the bus, and Ward brings Skye to meet her father, Cal, who explains that her name is Daisy. Daisy Johnson. That may come up in a second. And that Whitehall killed her mother. Arriving at the Hydra base in San Juan, where they are drilling into the temple, Whitehall immobilizes Cal and menaces Skye, but is interrupted as Coulson's team assaults the base. Coulson kills Whitehall, taking Cal's chance of vengeance, leading the latter to attack Coulson. Skye shoots Ward and forces Cal to leave before following Raina and the Diviner into the temple. Agent 33 assists Ward in escaping. Coulson and Triplet race to the temple, with Triplet making it in, and Coulson being delayed by Mac, who soon after breaks from the city's control when the temple closes itself and the Diviner opens, revealing a large crystal. Skye and Raina are encased in cocoons, while Triplet is just chillin'. Then he becomes a cocoon and dies. Skye erupts out of her cocoon as an earthquake shakes the city. Elsewhere, another Diviner reveals to a man with no eyes that there's someone new.
R.I.P. Trip.
But welcome, man with no eyes.
Yes, and episode 11 starts with the man with no eyes.
Yes, so we'll get there in 2 seconds. Hold your horses there.
My horses are ready to get out of this barn.
All right, well, here's some fun facts for what they become. Is that the episode we just did? Yeah. We learned Skye's name is Daisy Johnson. In the comics, Daisy Johnson is a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent who goes by the name Quake and has the ability to cause earthquakes.
Turns out,
this whole time, Skye was a Marvel character that they definitely didn't retcon for season 2.
That's crazy.
I actually don't know if they retconned it or they planned to have her be Daisy Johnson the whole time. Also, Quake is part of the Avengers in the comics. Just a fun fact. Throwing that out there, that we may see her again one day, hopefully.
I need her as an Avenger.
And some connections here for you. Oh wait, that was a connection. So a second connection for you. It is revealed that Skye's father is named Cal, as in Calvin Zabu, who is better known as the Marvel villain Mr. Hyde, as in Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
He kind of has a Jekyll and Hyde personality, too.
Just wait till the second half of the season.
Okie doke.
Because, yes, he is a lot like the Mr. Hyde from the comics.
Yeah.
All right. And our final episode, episode 11, Aftershocks. Kind of shocking that they named it after an earthquake. I don't know why they would name something like that in this show.
There's no way to be sure.
Oh, yeah, and Triplet died. Did I mention that? I think I did. Yeah,
I said R.I.P. Trip.
Yeah. I was so mad when I first saw this episode 10 years ago and he died, and I wanted to he was my favorite character, and they just killed him off halfway through a season. Not even in a finale, halfway through the season.
Yeah, it's Coulson was pretty broken up about it because it says in this final episode of 11, Trip was everything Coulson was looking for in an agent to rebuild S.H.I.E.L.D.
But instead, he's now stuck with what's his face?
Mac.
No, the other guy.
Oh, Hunter.
Hunter, the guy who wants to doodle with Bobby Morse.
Who doesn't?
In the wake of Triplet's death, Coulson looks to hit back at Hydra, who are considering having Bakshi fill Whitehall's leader position. S.H.I.E.L.D. enacts a plan that sees Bakshi escaping and leading them to other high-ranking Hydra agents, who are then killed. In San Juan, the alien city is flooded, but not before a transformed Raina escapes, looking like a little porcupine.
And she's got some prickles on her. And she is not happy because she was told she would be something transcendent. But instead, she is a porcupine.
Instead, she's an absolute monster. When Cal turns his back on her, reminding her that she got what she wanted, Reyna attempts to commit self-deathing, but she is taken by the man with no eyes.
Self-deathing.
Listen, I'm pretty sure one word I can't say and one word is okay.
Yeah, she tried to become a bug on a windshield.
A porcupine on a windshield.
Roadkill.
But she is taken by the man with no eyes, Gordon, who can teleport. Fitz and Skye realize that the latter has been transformed. She caused the earthquake in San Juan, but has no control over this ability. Fitz agrees to keep her secret and hides the truth from the rest of the team. Meanwhile, a model car that Mac built for Coulson scans the latter's office and finds the toolbox that previous S.H.I.E.L.D. director Nick Fury gave to him. Mac, who has been studying the S.H.I.E.L.D.-based schematics, secretly reports this to Morse. Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum.
Some traitors here.
There's Hunter playing the turncoat agent again. Maybe it's
not Hunter. That's Mac, not Hunter.
That's Mac. Sorry,
idiot.
I'm a fool.
So that was the last episode. Let me give you the fun facts for this last episode here. What is it? Aftershock? So I have some connections. I do not have any fun facts.
Okay.
The Hydra operative, played by Henry Goodman, who appeared with Baron von Strucker in the mid-credits scene from Captain America: The Winter Soldier, makes an appearance and is revealed to be Dr. List.
Oh.
He appeared at the end of Winter Soldier, walking with Strucker, talking about the twinsies.
The twinsies.
All right, Jake. Well, that's it for this. What?
The twinsies we saw in Ultron.
Right? The twinsies we did see in Ultron, yes.
Okay.
The crazy twinsies.
Crazy twinsies.
Well, that's it for this part of S.H.I.E.L.D. We will continue talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. next week, so your homework is to finish the second season, episodes 11 through 22, or 12 through 22. And before we go, I'm going to do a new segment I'm going to call Confusing Jake with Marvel. When I was at home this weekend, my mom, trying to get rid of my stuff, gave me some Marvel quiz questions.
I see.
And these are not from the MCU, but in fact from the comics.
So yeah, your mom's just trying to clean out any evidence that you lived there at one point.
Yeah,
you're her son.
As one does.
As one does.
So what I'm going to do, Jake, is I'm going to ask you one of these questions.
Okay.
Now, you're going to get a chance to answer. And I'm not going to tell you if you're wrong or right, because I think that'll be funny.
Sounds rude, but onward.
Well, what I want the audience to do is I want the audience to also comment their answer. And anybody who gets the answer correct in the comments on the podcast or on YouTube, I'll look everywhere. I will read their name on the next episode.
Ooh.
And I'll give them a crisp good job.
Nice good job. Maybe a virtual high five.
Perhaps a virtual high five. We will see. We will see how I'm feeling in the next episode. Well, so actually, these won't be read probably in the next episode. They'll be in whatever episode that we edit next. And I'll say which episode it was from previously. And it'll probably get confusing, but we'll keep going.
We'll figure it out.
All right, Jake. I want you to give me a number between 1 and 10.
Let me get 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Do you want question number 1 or question number 2?
Ooh, give me number 2.
All right. What comatose hero was revived by Kang, Black Talon, and the Living Laser until he finally joined the Avengers?
What comatose villain?
Yeah. What comatose hero was revived by Kang the Conqueror, Black Talon, and the Living Laser until he finally joined the Avengers?
Oh boy. This is a tough one. Let's go with Bucky Barnes.
All right, and that is our episode for today. If you guys stuck around this long, make sure you comment the answer down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe wherever you're at. Do something that follows this so you can get notified when new episodes drop. You can follow us on our Twitters and Instagram, AJ Slabs, Juicy Snake 12, and MCU 101 MCU 101 University Pod. I believe that's our Instagram. Check us out there. Everything will be in the credits and down below. Blah, blah, blah. Next week we'll do Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2. I think I'm forgetting something in the ramblings, but I think we're good.
Yeah, get a sticky note for next week and maybe write those handles down.
I don't know. You've been saying that for 3 weeks and I haven't done it yet.
Maybe a trip to Staples in the future.